Hey, welcome back to Born Warrior Tactical Firearm. This is part 2 of my rebuild of my AR-15. What you're looking at right now is a target right about 100 plus yards out. I'm going to be shooting at that momentarily. What we're going to do now, I'm going to show you my zero at 25 yards. Not a bad zero, always room for improvement, but that's what I'm shooting today. So to keep you in the nitty gritty, what I'm going to do is go into the firearm itself. I'm going to start at the muzzle and work my way to the rear right side, and then I'm going to go around. Starting off with my muzzle brake, that is a Phantom, and it's hosted by my Yankee Hill Machine Turbo 2 suppressor. And this carved sleeve over the suppressor is made by Manta. What's unique about this sleeve, you can see the coils in it, and what that does is keep that suppressor cool. And so if I'm transitioning from my rifle to my pistol, and I have it on a sling, so once I put it down or sling it on my back, this keeps me from getting burnt. Going into the front sight post is made by Magpul also, and this is a no tube required sight. You can see that I can dial it up or down as far as the stem go. Flip that down, go into the bipods. The bipods are unique in every matter, in every way, because they actually have a tilt device to them, and I can traverse left and right with these. Easy to stow, easy to deploy. Going to the top of the firearm, looking at my first laser sight flashlight. This is a Pack 13. I normally use it as a flashlight or a laser. Good to have a backup just in case if my red dot go out, I can actually use the laser on there for night or day. Going down, my forward hand grip for my dominant firing hand. This is great because the angle is on. It actually keeps my arm from fatiguing. It also keeps my arm in a really tight shot group. I'm gonna go up to my red dot sights and magnifiers. This is called a Splitfire. It's a Prism sight, which it comes in green, red, and black. I went to this Prism because with the magnifier, any magnifier for me, I have a cluster or just spots when it comes to the red dot as far as the distance. So since the red dot is actually in the glass, it's easy for me to stay on target. And it's a damn good red dot if you have any of those problems. Going to the back, I'm gonna tilt this up first. It's my magnifier. Now this magnifier is a Juliet 6, and with both of them combined, I can shoot up to 600 meters without any problem, though I'm only shooting at 300 right now. What's good about this is that the Juliet 6, you know, like a lot of the magnifiers, push over to the side. I had to redo mine to push over to the left side because I didn't want brass and stuff flipping if I'm not using it. So if the red dot go down, I can still fire with my iron sight by moving that out the way. Looking at back, let's go into the harder Artemis. Now, one of the modifications I did was the side charging handle. I MOC'd it, it works fine. The ejection of the rounds work fine. MOC, by the way, is maintenance operation check. So I did all my function checks on this. This is a standard magazine release, which is good if you're looking, you know, running time, and you want to go ahead and get that magazine out quick in a hurry. I adjust this and that. As soon as I push it in, that magazine is going to drop out. And what I have on here, is getting a little dark out here because it's raining. I have this BAD, which is a battery assist device, which is used in conjunction with your bolt carrier assembly or your bolt carrier group. So ideally, when you get through firing, that bolt's going to lock to the rear. You drop that magazine and you put another one in. You go ahead and push this little lever down, and it's going to go ahead and carry your bolt forward without you going on the other side of the firearm. In looking at the trigger, this is a Hiperfire trigger, and the type I have in here is a Hipertouch. Very sensitive trigger. If you're not used to a 2.5 pull, I recommend you to go use the 3.5, and it's still a really light pull, but you're going to have to get used to it if you decide to put something like this in your firearm. But I will talk about it, you know, to the professional. See, is it something right for you? Now, the trigger I have in here is for competition. However, I still use it for shooting because it's smooth. The trigger break is phenomenal, and the reset is badass. I'm not going to talk too much about the butt stock. It's adjustable. You see the cheek rise on here. That's good when you're using any kind of scope or red dots and stuff, so that way you can rest at a higher peak without staying off target. Now here, that bad device that I was talking about, you can still use it on both sides, but again, if you got it all on the right side, all your business is handled from there. Going forward, you can see the switch. As far as the lights go, I can just hit that. I can use it for my laser light also. So I have a Sling on here. It's a Blue Force gear, made by Blue Force gear. This Sling is awesome because I can quickly adjust it in emergencies. If I had to get rid of it, there's administer first aid. I can detach it with this ball detent right here. Or if I needed to pull the slack in, I can do that too. I also have a sleeve on this, so it actually keep it configured, you know, tight. And if I had to use the Sling, all I got to do is just pull out, and this sleeve here will actually deploy the Sling assembly itself. So that is my build from Born Warrior Tactical Firearm. If you like, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, share, and talk about your firearm. If you got a name for it, go ahead and put it down in the box and tell us why you selected that name and stuff. Let's have some fun with this. Until next time, I'll see you out at the range. If it ain't raining, it ain't training. Got to hit that target. I'll see you next time. Born Warrior Tactical Firearm.